Hey guys, Rick Shaw here. It's
Hello.
Friday, so say hello.
Hello.
It's Friday the 23rd of October, and there's my little Dolly. Say hello. There you go. Outside playing. We got kind of a cloudy day today. It's been about 10 minutes ago we had just baking sun was out. Now the clouds moved in, and they're moving. Well, they kind of settled now, but they were moving pretty quick earlier. But I wanted to talk a little bit about, the Philippines is an ever-changing place, and the dangers change too. And why I'm making this one is just from the news reports I've been seeing on the TV. We're getting, and I called this. You go back on my videos from months ago, how I said that crime's going to go up in this country. And the way I'm seeing it is just the different crimes on TV. I'm seeing it on the news every day. Horrible crimes. We just had some guy, I don't know why he would go to the bank and take $400,000 out. I mean, when we go to move money around, I write a check. I'm not gonna go carry $400,000 like that. What happened to this guy in this country when they rob you? They don't come up and stick a gun in your face and say, "Give me your money." They sneak up behind you and shoot you in the back of the head, and then take the money off your dead corpse. So that's what you got to watch here. Also, we're seeing carjackings are going up through the roof. It's just crazy. One of our buddies that we know, his car they smashed a window in his car and stole stuff out, and he got the window replaced. And he parked it again, and boom, they smashed the window out again and went in and stole his car. They knew he kept stuff in his car. And he has a restaurant, so he was keeping food in there, and that's what they stole. So you're going to see this go up a lot. You're seeing a lot of petty thefts, like around our old neighborhood. It's getting out of control again. I know the president came in. Okay, go ahead. Came in as a law and order guy, and I have to commend him on. They did cut the dope stuff around, and a lot of thievery in it. But now with this Kung Flu that they got, it's back up again. I mean, these people are starved out of a job, and it doesn't seem to be getting better. I've noticed on the news here now, they're promoting all these cases again of these people getting it. These people are getting tested, and they know there's a lot of false positives. The people who came up with the test said you can't use it. It's a magnification test. And this sickness here, it's the only sickness I ever heard of where you got to have a test to know if you got it. I mean, come on, guys, it's getting ridiculous. There was a big symposium going on. I put it on my MeWe page, and I think I put it on Parlor too, under Rick Shaw Philippines. But take a look at that on MeWe. And they had a symposium from 1 to 4 October, where a bunch of these doctors from around the world got together, and they all came up with the same conclusion: stop the lockdown, stop the mask, and just be done with it. That's terrible. And the biggest danger here, I think, in this country is the masks, especially the cloth ones. There was this Dr. Fauci guy, and I posted this also on my MeWe. I think I put it on Facebook. That's back up again, and also on Parlor. You have to look. That he wrote a paper years ago about the 1918 pandemic to 2020 that. Bigger part of the people died from wearing these masks because they got bacterial pneumonia, and they didn't have all the penicillins and stuff like that back then to combat that. So that's kind of scary. It's really bad. But that's some more dangers here. You got to be aware when if you're in your vehicle, have your head on a swivel. I'm always watching out. One day I was parked out along the main road, and I saw some guys from across the street. They crossed and kind of went angled behind me, and then as soon as they got over to the road, they turned and started coming towards the car. And the one guy was up on the sidewalk, and the other guy was coming out towards the road with something in his hand. I kid you not. I don't know. I couldn't see. I was watching through the mirror, and I just said, and we just took off. And the funny thing was, when we took off, they just walked back to the other side of the street where they were. So what were they up to? I don't know. I never found out. But keep your head on a swivel here, and just keep your eyes peeled, because it'll happen in the blink of an eye. Delivery truck. But yeah, but they do. They don't mess around. I actually years ago, I was in San Pedro and I watched a robbery in progress. The guys pulled up on a motorcycle and they stopped all the people in the jeepney and they pulled a gun out right across the street from where we were and robbed all the people standing there. Now, you know, in my country, most people would have a gun, so they wouldn't even consider that. But here, it seems like the only ones who have guns are the criminals. They're the ones who have them. I don't know too many people. There's people who do carry them around that I know. They don't let anyone know. It's like a big secret here. It's like if you got one, you're bad or something. It's ridiculous. I remember years ago down in Florida, you know, when they opened it up to carry. That was one of the first ones. This is back in the 80s. There you go, sweetie. Back in the 80s, when all of a sudden they opened it up for people to carry, and they said, oh, it's going to be like the Wild West. Well, the Wild West wasn't so bad either. You know, read the novels, it was bad, but in real life, no. You know, just intermittent spots. But crime went down. I believe I saw a number, it went down by 27% in a lot of the big city areas because people were packing. And, you know, I've always said you should be packing, and if you don't want to, that's fine. But the thing about when you can pack is if you're walking down the road, that criminal's not going to know whether you are or not when people are allowed to do it. There's Second Amendment in the USA. You should be able to carry. Now here, nah, they don't do that. They don't even carry a dang knife, you know. But yet the criminals will have it, you know. They'll have it, so you basically get left defenseless. And I wonder what's going to happen if there's ever, you know, a war with China or anything, and China decides to move in here. How are the people going to defend themselves? You know, they're not, because they're not having the weapons. I would think. I would personally think that people would be arming up here. You know, personally, people would have arms. You know, to combat this thing that could happen. I mean, there's. I remember with World War II what they were doing to Japan, and before the war started, strangling them off. And guess what? That same thing's happening again. It's happening again, but it's just happening to China. And if you don't think China's going to come out and fight, I think you got another thought coming. That's a huge danger. But anybody thinking of coming here, I don't think anybody can get in now anyway. You know, unless you're married to a Filipina or a Filipino, you're not going to get in. And the ones who do come got the quarantine now, so you know that's a real pain. There's my little sweetie. Got her jump rope. She's been jumping. And so you got to watch for that. I don't think this thing's gonna let down. I've noticed, you know, they keep putting on more restrictions on people, certain towns, and they'll start touting a number. Hi, buddy. And my little handsome fella. But I just saw now they got another street over with the things, so you can't drive down the street because somebody back here's COVID, and they're up walking around. You know, they don't even know they're sick. So I just get tired of seeing all these numbers. And you know, the one town here, I can't remember the name, but 21 families were quarantined. Not because they had it, because they just happened to go somewhere. That's why I'm afraid to write my name down anytime we go somewhere, that all of a sudden they're going to come in and try to quarantine us because, oh, somebody there had it. Well, you know, we got pretty good immune systems here. You know, I mean, I don't deliberately go around with anybody with the flu, but my life, I've never had the flu that I know of. I mean, I've had colds before and a sinus infection here and there, but I don't ever remember getting the flu. So, you know, and the kids don't get it. I mean, we don't really get sick. We eat well. We make sure we get plenty of water. That's one thing in this country. Be real careful when you're drinking the water, where you get it from. If you go to a restaurant and you order the bottled water and it's open, refuse it. Make sure you open it yourself, because I've seen them already in some of these little restaurants where they'll just take a water bottle and fill it up with tap water, you know, and put it in the refrigerator. And the water here, I've said it before, I think they do know how to treat water, but by the time it gets delivered to your house, it's shot because of the pipes they put it in. Now, we're going to a new house pretty soon, I'm putting the iron filter on. I'm going to get a reverse osmosis under my sink for our water. But I don't know what pipe's under the ground. This development we're in. Hey guys, this development we're in, what it was a development by a company that went bust, and they had already put the streets in, the curbs, the electrical, you know, under the streets, and the sewage and the water and all that was already in this development. Well, it went bust after 2 houses were built, and they're just sitting there empty. And now this company that we signed on with, they went ahead and bought it up. So I don't know what pipe, whether it's galvanized like they do around here, or it's plastic. Who knows what the heck it is? But I'm still, I had them put a provision for an iron filter on to try to help protect the house, just to even keep stuff from getting clogged up. I know here the faucets get all clogged up. You know, the shower heads are absolutely useless because of all the calcium and sludge that's in this water that we get. They were, when we first got here, used to go around once a month and clean that big water tank over there, and then you wouldn't believe the crap that come out. I mean, we got just nasty stuff coming out. Well, they haven't cleaned it for a while, so I imagine all settled. I don't know when they're going to clean it again. They notified us every time they did it, and now they just seem to stop. Careful, little buddy. But just be careful when you come here drinking water. If you're able to come. You know, I keep hearing they say, oh, you know, it's going to clear up after Christmas, and they're talking about a vaccine and all this stuff. I don't know. I've also saw on a couple pages where some of the people who took the vaccine in the trials died. You know, that's a heck of an immune response. Death. You won't ever get sick again. But you know, just watch it. Watch it when you come for the criminals. You know, we're staying away from the bigger city areas right now. We're usually, you know, we don't deal too much in crime. You know, we're family people. We're not out in night carousing bars or doing anything like that. You know, I see a lot of channels here where, you know, they're talking about that kind of stuff. And if you need information on that, just remember that's not our channel. We're more early to bed, early to rise. You know, that's what we do. I want to teach the kids that.
Oh, it's hot now.
Yeah, it is hot now, huh, buddy? So that's where we're at. But just a little bit today. It is a fantastic day today. You know, the sun's coming and going. We got nice bright sunshine again. And who knows, in 5 minutes it's going to be overcast and gloomy again. This is just the kind of weather we're in right now in the Philippines. Stormy, can come at any time. It's kind of neat at night watching the lightning though.
After that, can we go play this one again?
Yeah, she likes to do racing to the end of the street with the timer on the watch. So don't forget to pray for each other, and just be nice to each other. You know, be sweet to each other. You know, that's what the good Lord requires of us. It's required, guys. You need to do that to be right with the good Lord. And you know, we don't want to be lost after this life is over. We want to move on to the next life with our Lord, and you don't want to go the wrong way. So just be sweet to each other. This is Rickshaw out.